Convenience is going to be the downfall of humanity. And the reason why I say this is because people would rather give up their freedom, give up their rights, just so that they don't get inconvenienced. Even if it's just a little bit, just to save a little bit of time. They would rather give up their rights, give up their freedom, just so they can save a little bit of time. Take for example this video where an AI bot is doing a packaging job in a certain amount of time. Incredible work, by the way. Incredible work, does it in a certain amount of time, more than a human could do, right? And you got people out here cheering because this AI just did their job. Literally, this AI bot is going to be taking over your job. But because it was able to do such an incredible job in a certain amount of time, you are cheering. And he's going to take your job, your ability to work and provide for yourself, family, loved ones, just in general. You are cheering for that just because he did an incredible job and saved you time and saved the company's time. You're cheering for that. And it's going to be your downfall. Another example is digital gaming, which I just made a video on my gaming channel about PlayStation ending physical disc starting January 2028. It is convenient for us to whip out our credit card, buy the digital game at the PlayStation store or any digital store or whatever, and just start playing the game as soon as we get home, opposed to getting the disc, putting the disc in, and then having to wait for the the disc to read and then start playing the game, even though that takes about probably 5 to 10 minutes depending on where you have the game, probably in your basement, probably in some basement somewhere nearby where your TV is, just to save about probably less than 2 to 5 minutes, probably 10 if you have it in the basement or something, just to save that little time, just so that we don't have to be inconvenienced. Now PlayStation decided that because a lot of you guys do that, we're gonna stop providing physicals now. Convenience is going to be the downfall of humanity. Once they started doing fast food for humans, it was over. Once they got us with fast food, it was over. I'm sorry. Once they came up with the idea of fast food, that we could just go to a store and get the food prepared easily and just leave in 5 minutes and then go home and eat it immediately without having to cook, prep, wash dishes, all this stuff. Once they had the ability to do that and was successful, they was able to do a lot of other conveniences, literally. Now, some of these conveniences are beneficial, like for example, cars, planes, things like that, right? They're great things, right? However, at what point does it become a problem? With the AI being super dependent on AI is taking jobs, all digital world not owning anything. Do you see the problem with convenience? Something that my brother said that was super powerful. Shout out to Shields Media. What he said was, saved time is not always good time. Just because we save a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, does not mean it's the best or good time or morally the good time. We forgot how good time is. And we forgot about just the basic things of appreciating the small things in life. Appreciating putting a disc inside a console, putting a disc inside a movie player, a DVD drive, and a PC. We don't have those days anymore. Everything is digital now. And even though it was inconvenient for us to do it, it was still something that we enjoyed doing. We had no problems with it until we got another option. But now that we have another option that's more convenient, they're taking away the other option. Where with this option, you're not going to own anything. Do you guys see where I'm going here? So how is it that because something is more convenient, we get a bad result out of it? So that means that the foundation of it was horrible in the first place. That means the foundation, the beginning of it was terrible. It was not good. The seed in itself wasn't good. A bad tree cannot produce good fruit, and a good tree cannot produce bad fruit. So that means that the tree itself was already bad. It was already bad. Obviously, like I said, there's nuances to this. Cars are great. Planes are great. Even fast food could be great sometimes, right? However, where is our character at? Where's our standards? Where's our morality? Where's that at? Because now we're about to go to an all digital gaming world where we're not going to be able to own anything. They could take off these games off of the store. It could be on our cart. We can say, hey, I don't want to buy this game right now. I don't have the money. I'm going to try to buy it next week. By the time it reaches next week, they take it off. And guess what? You can't do nothing about it. And if you're thinking of, oh, you can get a physical, there's no physical for it. That option is gone. You want to know why? Me and you chose back then to mainly buy digital and become a statistic. Because that's what we are. We are a statistic to them now. Because of that, we have to suffer the consequences. You're probably wondering, what can we do now? The only thing we could do is pray and fight back and not support the foolishness that they're doing. That's the only thing we could do. We vote with our money, we vote with our pockets, and we vote by having faith in the Most High and give our life to Him. There's no other way we can win this. Regardless of what happens, God's word is going to come true, regardless of what we do, regardless. But to sit there and just take it is crazy. That's something that God does not want us to do. We're supposed to be men, and we're supposed to fight for what's right. Not just sit up here and complain and just, nah. They want your soul. It's not about money. It was never about money. It's all about your soul. The devil comes to rob, kill, and destroy. That's what their job is. Their job is not to get money. They have money. It's not about money. I'm telling you guys, it's not about money. It's all about your soul. That's what they care about. Once they have your soul, once you're not connected with the Most High, once they know that you have no relationship with the Most High, and once they know that you're not a child of His, you're in their hands. It's over. But you have to say, not anymore, Satan. That's what you have to do. But until then, they're all yours. As rather you're going to be a son of Yah, the Most High, or a son of Satan. There's no in between. Choose who you're going to serve today. It's sad that it had to come to this, seriously. But what can you do? And like I said, to end off this message, it was never about money. It was never about saving time, being inconvenienced. It has nothing to do with that. It was all about dumbing you down, making you complicit, making sure that you have no character, no morals, no standard, that when something like this happens, you're okay with it. And guess what? It worked. But now that the truth is in front of you, are you going to allow cognitive dissonance take over? Or are you actually going to do something about it? Like I said, if it was really about money, they would expand all their options. But it's not about money. It's about you not owning anything by 2030. It's about owning your soul, making sure that you don't have no relationship with the Most High, and making sure that you are going to hell. That's what it's about. God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Choose who you're going to serve today. I love you all, and God bless.